California State University, San Marcos. Photo documentary by Lance McCormick.
Hi, my name is Greg Dunn. I'm a radio commercial producer and board operator at Clear Channel San Diego. I'm also involved in a morning radio show, Garden Compass, playing the part of director/producer. As a radio commercial producer, my job is pretty fun. On the voiceover end, I can use the craziest, most wacky voices that pop into my imagination to the most calming and soothing voices possible from my own voice, or finding somebody else in the building that I think would suit the spot best. Finding the appropriate music for what's being advertised is just as important. Also, I always make sure the commercial has a great sounding production by tweaking the vocals and overall mix with my favorite tools for compression, limiting, equalizing, sound effects, and whatever else. As a board operator, I monitor the FM stations to make sure they're on time. For example, commercials for every station are required to play at a specific time every hour. If the commercial block is going to play a few minutes too early or too late, I'll just drop or add a song before the commercial block to correct that. Also, when there's prize giveaways for the stations, I answer the phones and record the winner's contact info. As far as being the director/producer of a morning show goes, it's fairly simple. I set up the mixing board to broadcast through ABC's network, pick the songs to be used for that morning, and really what it comes down to is just pressing play, turning mics on and off, and getting the host to go to commercial breaks on time, which usually isn't too hard.
In the last 8 years, 216,000 women have been deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan. The mission of Operation Courage is Beautiful is to show appreciation for the courageous service and sacrifice of these women by supplying free gift packages.
It's the biggest championship bout in UFC history. Brock Lesnar returns to the octagon to take on Shane Carwin for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship. Watch the action on Time Warner Cable pay-per-view.
I worked in the patient billing department for a hospital a while back, and I really disliked the job. I brainstormed every day. Then one day a coworker says, "Hey, that's quite the radio voice you got there." Now, I didn't agree with him, mostly because I had a sore throat that day, which made my voice deeper. But it really sunk in later that day. This could be my way out of making 500-page reports with meaningless numbers, digging holes, or throwing thousands of shipping boxes onto a conveyor belt all day. Making and recording music was already a hobby of mine, but I knew nothing about being a voiceover actor. So I saved up some cash, bought a decent microphone, and studied commercials for about a year. Radio commercials and TV commercials. I recorded my first voiceover demo in my closet. After getting it critiqued by a few radio guys, I sent it to Clear Channel. They liked it, and I interned for a bit, and here I am.
What does hope look like? It looks like people with type 1 diabetes, people that hope for a future without worry. The Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation is accelerating the crucial research that represents the real hope for a cure. Go to jdrf.org. Is it because of its extraordinary reputation for safety? Or its story and celebrated history? Or is it simply because once a person has experienced it, they find it difficult to settle for anything less? The 2008 S-Class, the legendary sedan from Mercedes-Benz.
Radio meant nothing to me before I got involved. I never liked mainstream music, so that portion was out. I liked some of the talk shows like Dave Shelley and Chainsaw and Art Bell, but other than that, I paid very little attention to it. Now that I know what radio is behind the scenes, I have a totally different perspective.
Right now at Jack in the Box, get Jack's new pastrami grilled sandwich. Check out Whopper Wednesdays at Burger King. Okay, so maybe kids will always write on their hands at school, but with Walmart's guaranteed low prices on school supplies, at least they don't have to. Target now as fresh grocery, like 20-ounce gold and plump boneless skinless chicken breast, just $3.99, and 5-ounce Kraft macaroni and cheese shapes, only 90 cents. Target, expect more, pay less. Over 1,000 people switch to Chevrolet every single day.
I'd like to get out of the production world and go straight into voiceover acting only. I'll be sending my new demo to local talent agencies to expand my work. My dream is to eventually become a network TV announcer for primetime shows, so maybe some acting classes will be in motion as well.
Groundbreaking, riveting, mind-blowing, totally addictive. These are the words viewers and critics alike are saying about The Event. And if you want to know why everyone is calling The Event a Lost Meets 24 thrill ride, watch every minute tonight.
There's a small handful of guys, more of a palmful, that have inspired me from the beginning and still do today. If I'm having a tough start in my working day or need help with demo material, I can listen to the work of or exchange ideas with Scott Rummel, Ben Patrick Johnson, Brian Fairley, Ashton Smith, Andy Geller, Joe Cipriano. These are TV promo movie trailer guys that really have had a large impact on my life. From hearing their real-life stories to watching their movie trailers, their work is what drives me closer to my dream every day.